Many people find it quite not easy to start their own business, but when you start your own business, there are very many advantages or good things that come with this, and among them these are included. Before we dive into the advantages themselves, you should know that they are divided into two, as personal advantages and business advantages. Now, the personal advantages are the advantages that you get as a person in operating your own business, and the business advantages are the advantages that the business has as being operated by an individual owner or operator. Starting with the personal advantages, number one is interdependence. By the way, this is TV Ariel, where you learn new things that could change your life for eternity, so if you haven't yet subscribed, you are really missing out. Now, interdependence is probably one of the reasons why entrepreneurs choose to go into business by themselves. Being a small business owner means that you are your own boss. Now, many people start their own business because they believe they will do better for themselves than they could do by remaining with their current employer, or by changing jobs. They may feel stuck on the corporate ladder and that no business would take them seriously enough to fund their ideas. Sometimes people who venture forth to start their own small businesses are those who simply cannot work with someone else, and such people could say that they just do not fit the corporate mold. Now, when you start your own business, you are not depending on someone, you are like your own boss, which you are, and you find many things that you can do on yourself. First, choosing the working hours. You are able to choose the time when you will be going for work, you choose the time when you want to stop working, you choose the days during when you want to be working, you are able to choose the hours when you want to be working, and can choose the hours when you want to rest. You are not controlled by someone else. And you also choose where you want to work from. Like when you want to set up your own business, you are free to choose the place where you want to set it up, unlike being someone's employee, where you have to be working from the business side irrespective of whether you want to be working from that location or not. But when you are working on your own, when you have your own business, you set it where you want to be working from. Now, you also get to choose who you want to be working with. Once you have managed to set up your own business, you choose who you want to employ and who you don't. As I already told you, that starting up your own business, you become your own boss. You also choose who you want to work with and who you don't want to work with. You can't work with someone whom you don't get along with. That's the liberty that comes with starting up your own business. And also, you are free to work with your family. You can choose to work with a family, or you can even decide to work within the family. That's also a privilege that comes with owning your own business, unlike when you are employed by a certain company or organization, where you don't get all of those privileges. You can't choose to decide what days you want to be working. You don't get to choose the working hours and the resting hours. You don't get the right to choose where you will be working from, and you also don't get to choose who you want to be working with. That was on the personal side, a personal advantage, or what you gain by operating your own business as a person or as an individual. Now, when it comes to the business side, there's a couple of advantages here, and among them, the following can be considered. First, the cost. As you already know, a small business requires you less money to start and to maintain than large businesses do. Obviously, a firm or factory with just 25 people spends less money on wages, on salaries, on rent, on utilities, and also other expenses than does a firm that employs tens of thousands of people in several large facilities. And rather than maintaining the expensive staff for keeping several departments for accounting and advertising and legal counseling, a small business can hire other firms, often small businesses themselves, to supply these services as they are needed. Additionally, some small business owners can sometimes rely on friends and family members who volunteer to work to get off a difficult project in order to save money. The other business advantage that comes with owning your small business is flexibility. Now, small-sized businesses have the flexibility to adapt to the changing market demands. Small businesses usually have only one layer of management. Now, that is you, the owner, alone, and decisions therefore can be made and carried out quickly. You can decide your own ideas and implement them quickly. Now, in large firms, decisions about what is to be done take time before they are approved. They may take weeks before action is authorized. This is because they pass through many different layers of management. Take this as an example. When KFC introduces a new product, it must first research what consumers want and then develop the product and test it carefully before introducing it internationally, a process that sometimes takes years, unlike an independent snacks shop which is able to develop and introduce a new product that suits the customer's requests in a much shorter time. And then the other business advantage is focus. If you are having your own personal business, you realize it is easy to focus on a precise number of customers. The customers that you are having are few. Now, those that you focus on are the precise ones that are actually interested in your product, which is not the case with a large firm which has to focus on a vast number of people from whom it gets a small portion of customers. Take this as an example. If I want to get customers and I'm having my small business, I'm only concerned with only those people within that area, and those are the ones that I'm going to focus on in order to get clients. But for a large firm to get customers, it has to put adverts on radio channels, put adverts on television channels, on social media. Now all of this expense is spent to put the business in front of the general public, which includes a large number of people that are not even interested in the product that I'm advertising, and just a few minority who may be interested. Now, as a large firm, there are no means to use in order to advertise your product to only the potential customers, which leads to losses due to poor focus on who is actually interested in your product from those that are not interested in the product. Another business advantage of owning your own small business is the reputation. When you are operating your own small business, you concentrate on small niche of only few customers. Now this gives you the ability to directly interact with your customers. Even when it is just one customer who is not contented with your product, you can give them a money-back guarantee. Yes, you can provide that guarantee of fund return to the customers who are not satisfied with your product, which builds your reputation and the reputation of the business you are operating, which is not the same case with large firms. In large firms, there is limited direct contact between the owners or operators of the business and the customers, and so it is very difficult to give the money-back guarantee to the customers that are not contented with the product or even any other services. Now those are some of the advantages that small businesses have over the large firms. If you feel like you are ready to start one, you can check out our video here of how to start a business, a step-by-step guide in starting a new business. Thank you. Make sure that you hit that like button below if this video made sense to you, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed and you would like to keep on track. Thank you. Let's meet in the next video. Peace.